Rockstar Games has been putting people at risk for over 5 years.
Fallout 76 is not mediocre. It got worse.
So, is the game any good? Well, it could have been.
Hey guys, so, video games. I love them. They're a great way to pass the time, and the social aspect of them is great. But it's most of the companies behind these games which I don't like. And why is that? Let's find out. Over the years, there have been many game franchises that have fallen over or gotten into controversies because of the companies behind them. A well-known example, of course, would be the Fallout series.
All of this just works.
Fallout 76 was released on November 14, 2018 by none other than Bethesda Game Studios, and it quickly became one of the most hated and criticized game of the series. With its many bugs and poor game mechanics, a lot of players felt scammed, and some of them were actually able to get a refund despite Bethesda's no refund policy. But there's another example of what happens when a company doesn't care about their game. GTA 5 was released by Rockstar Games on September 17, 2013. The game consists of two game modes, story mode and online. While I don't have anything to say about story mode, GTA Online is a whole different story. Ever since GTA Online was released, it has experienced countless problems with bugs, connection errors, glitches, griefers, and modders. And while these glitches affect gameplay for many people, Rockstar has done little to nothing to address them. Except, of course, most money glitches to ensure the sales of shark cards, which are purchasable cards that give the buyer whatever amount of in-game currency they bought. But even though it's filled with bugs, nothing dangerous has happened. In-game modders can actually find your IP or ban you permanently with the use of mod menus. Now, this is way worse than just simple money glitches or being invincible. This can actually affect you in real life. These mod menus are offered by many services and they allow you to do all kinds of stuff. And while Rockstar has taken down a few popular distributors lately, there are still many left. Now, I'm not saying it's Rockstar's fault that they haven't permanently taken down all of these services. It's really hard to take down someone, even if you're a huge company like Rockstar. But the least they could do is upgrade their anti-cheat. Now, not only have you paid for games that is filled with bugs, griefers, and modders, but you can't even be safe playing it without some sort of VPN. So what does this mean? Well, when a game becomes successful, a lot of companies behind those games get greedy and lazy. They don't want to change aspects of the game because it's a risky decision. And it makes sense. Why would you want to change something, come out with something new, or even fix and improve an existing thing when you can just leave it as it is and still make money? And sadly, there are many examples of this. Activision making the same game every year, changing little to nothing. Bethesda making unfinished, bug-infested games, plus charging you for stuff that should have already been in the game in the first place. Rockstar milking the same game over and over again, changing little to nothing. EA, notorious for releasing bad products, filled with microtransactions. Ubisoft and their awful DRM to ensure that you download their launcher. And so many more. But the thing is, we're the problem. By purchasing a game, whether we like it or not, tells the company only one thing, that the game is successful. It doesn't really matter whether our opinion of the game is good or bad. For them, a sale is a sale. And if they find a way to keep selling the game with little effort, most of them don't bother changing anything. And that's the reason Call of Duty has a new game every year. Activision found the formula that works and keeps on doing it, with arguable amount of success, because they know that the product will sell no matter if it's good or bad. That means that the only way to make them listen is not to complain on Twitter or in YouTube comments, it's to not buy the game. And this is a tough realization for a lot of people. No matter if the game is bad, most people, if interested, are still going to buy it. Whether because they give it the benefit of the doubt or just because it's a beloved franchise, people will inevitably buy the game. And not only for that reason, most YouTubers or Twitch streamers will still buy the game if it's popular, because if they don't, they'd be missing out. So we either buy the game and tell the company that the game's successful, or we don't and miss out on it. So that's about it. Companies will never stop doing what they're doing if we all keep buying games we think are bad. But there will probably never be enough people to affect them. Think of Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's one of Pokemon's most successful game in the entire franchise, selling over 21 million copies. So it doesn't really matter if the next Pokemon games are good or bad, because they know people will buy them, no matter what. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and make sure to subscribe. Tell me what you think about gaming companies in the comments below. Anyways, I'm out. See ya.